So good morning students. In today's class we are going to learn adverbs. Okay. So what is a verb? Yes, verb means action words. The verb tells action of the noun. So verb means action words. Walk, sing, laugh, sleep, everything is action word. Okay, everything is verb. So what is the adverb? Adverb means nothing but it gives additional information about the verb, how the verb is done, how often it is done, when it is done, where it is done, likewise. Okay. So adverb means giving additional information about the verb. Adverbs give additional information about the verb. Okay. So an adverb is a part of speech that describes a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. An adverb is a part of the speech that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. Okay, adverb mostly describes a verb. Suppose it will also describes an adjective or another adverb. Okay, so adverb means a part of speech. Adverb is also a part of speech that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. An adverb tells us, okay, adverb will tells you how an action, that is how a verb is done, how often it is done, when it is done, where it is done, and how much it is done. So how in the sense quietly, slowly, easily, quickly. So walk is a verb. So quietly, he walks slowly, he walks easily, he walks quickly. Okay, then how often? Sings. Singing is a verb. So always he sings. He sings. Sometimes he sings. Usually he sings and rarely he sings. So how often in the sense it express how often the verb is done. Next is when. When means the time. Okay. So now, already, soon, yesterday. So where. Where means the place. Nearby, here, away, there. Next is how much. Very, enough, deeply, and fully. So adverb mostly tells us about how it is done, how often the verb is done, when it is done, where it is done, and how much it is done. That is how means quietly. For example, quietly, slowly, easily, quickly. How often means always, sometimes, usually, rarely. Then when? Now, already, soon, yesterday. Then where? Nearby, here, away, there. How much? Very, enough, deeply, and fully. So next is an example. Okay, the first one is Sanya dances gracefully. So here what is the verb? Dances is a verb. So here the adverb expresses, the adverb give more information about the verb. So how she dances? She dances gracefully. Okay, here gracefully is the adverb. Next is we saw badly damaged car. So what is the verb here? Is a damaged. Okay, damaged the car. The noun, the car is damaged. So how the car is damaged? It's badly, very badly damaged. So badly is an adverb. It describes about the noun. Okay, gives more information about the noun and the verb. Next is I was breathing very heavily. So here breathing is a verb and it also expresses about the verb. Okay, here also the adverbs expresses about the verb. So next is adverbs from adjectives. So we can easily form adverbs from adjectives. So adjectives means the words which qualify the noun. Beautiful, careful, generous, short, likewise. Okay, so easily we can obtain an adverb from adjective simply by adding ly. Okay, certain adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Some of them are careful. So careful is an adjective. We can easily get adverb by adding ly. Carefully, generous, generously, sharp, sharply, thankful, thankfully, beautiful, beautifully, anxious, anxiously, eager, eagerly, loud, loudly, normal, normally, separate, separately, quick, quickly, proud, proudly. Okay, so certain adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjective. So mostly we can easily add ly to the adjectives and form adverbs. So we saw adverbs. Okay, adverb means adverb is a part of speech that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Mostly it will tell us about how a verb is done, how often it is done, when it is done, where it is done, and how much it is done. And we saw some examples. Then we can easily form adverbs from adjectives simply by adding ly. For example, careful, carefully, generous, generously, sharp, sharply, thankful, thankfully, beautiful, beautifully. Okay. So next is checklist. Okay, next is self-review checklist. Self-review checklist means reviewing your own procedure using a checklist is known as self-review checklist. Checking our own paragraph or our own work is known as self-review checklist. Here they have given some questionnaire. Okay, using that questionnaire we can easily check our procedure. The first one is, does my procedure follow the format, whether everything has a proper format. Okay, so we need to follow the proper format. In the sense we can easily get the results properly, so we need to check whether the format is adopted by the procedure. Then are all the sentences related to the topic. If you are writing something about a topic, in the sense you should not write irrelevant content. Okay, you must try to write relevant sentences in the topic. Have I used transition boards? Or all the verbs in present tense, whether every verbs in the present tense. Or all the sentences crisp, where all the sentences are short and crisp. Or the materials specific and precise, where the given materials are precise and specific. It is given in the proper manner. Okay, if it is correct means you need to put yes, or else you need to put no. Next is peer review. Peer review means reviewing your partner's work. Partner's procedure using a checklist is known as peer review checklist. Okay. First one is reviewing our own work. Next is reviewing your partner's work is known as peer review checklist. Here also some questionnaires are given. That is whether the capitalization is correct or the spelling is correct. Have nouns been used in the correct plural or singular form? Is the punctuation correct? Are there no personal pronouns? Is their procedure easy to understand? So, using these questions, we can easily correct our partner's work. So, if it is a right in the sense, you need to put yes or else a no and give the comments in the comment box. So, only difference between self-review checklist and peer review checklist is extra one is comment box. So, in self-review checklist, we won't use comments. And in peer review checklist we should give comments. Okay, so that your friend or your partner easily correct the mistakes. Okay, so in today's class we learned adverbs. Okay, what is adverb, then how adverbs are used, where adverbs are used, an example, then how we can easily form adverb from adjective, then self-review checklist and peer review checklist. Okay, so I hope you understand today's topic very well. Next class we can deal the further concepts. Okay, thank you children.